Wow, you're finally recording.
Yeah, we had some really interesting discussion before Jacob reminded me that I had to hit the record button. So sorry. We're not going to go
Sorry.
back through it. It involved
Yeah,
health, and although I could say that we also talked about Levi Stamper and Andrew Bundig's baptism. That was cool.
yes, we did talk about that. But other than that, it was, like
Like,
mostly just meaningless banter, so you didn't miss too much.
and I did talk for a minute about my TCM cup, right? We're caught up.
Yeah, I mean, that's all that's happened so
We're
far.
caught up. I think a lot of my life is like a rerun at this point. So it's fine.
Yeah.
What's up with
Well,
you guys?
yeah, I'll start. What I wrote down four things that have happened since the last time we
Okay.
talked. The first one's easy, just a quick update. I about the thesis because that is basically ruling my life right now. That's like mostly what I think about. However, I think I mentioned last time TCM has a really cool model where they kind of hold your hand
Uh-huh.
through the process where you take a class and it helps you get started. And that class ends this week. So in terms of pressure, a lot of the pressure is going to be off.
Good.
And I can work on it freely as I have time instead of having to meet like deadlines for having certain things done. But the outcome of the class is really good because, it forces you into doing all these early steps and kind of checks you. So I've written chapter one and I've outlined chapters two and three and I have a full bibliography. And now it's just like yeah, all the footwork. And I can do that over the next year and a few months. My goal is to have it done before I move back. So
That's excellent. How many chapters in all?
five,
Five?
five chapters, and with just the chapter one and outlined chapter two and three plus the bibliography, I'm at 42 pages. So it'll end up being 100, something like that.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long-winded way of saying a very simple thing that could be wrapped up in a sermon.
Wrap it up in a no, less than a sermon. Wrap it up in Can you wrap up this thesis in 3 sentences?
Um, the problem that the thesis addresses is social fragmentation, particularly in the context of the United States. Um, the thesis seeks to use a New Testament understanding of neighbor as opposed to an Old Testament understanding uh, to inspire pastors or just Christians in general to bridge the gaps in our society by loving their neighbors indiscriminately and well. The hope of the thesis is that this could provide theoretical models for church engagement in their local communities to lower uh, social fragmentation and to increase generalized trust in people in order for a local community to be transformed.
Good job.
Yeah.
So, in 3 words, it's love your neighbor.
Yeah, I mean, love your neighbor is
Uh-huh.
what the thesis is about. But I think that there's a tendency for people to forget that their neighbor is literally anyone who's geographically close to them,
Yeah.
whether they agree with them, whether they look like them, whether they believe the same things. And so the thesis really just is intended to push people to um, like the antithesis to my thesis would be social media echo chambers and places where there's just the same information being revolved over and over again, and everybody thinks that the good people believe this thing, and then there's a
Mhm.
whole bunch of bad people.
Yeah.
So that's the idea.
I like it.
Yeah,
You could probably preach that too when you get here, huh?
I could try. Uh, yeah, that's the first one. The second one is we just finished session five, and you know, most times these sessions feel like copy and paste in a lot of ways, especially when you've done it for a few, like several years, because we do like 10 to 12 events a year. And, after a while, it all kind of seems to run together. Um, but there's always something special, it seems like, with each one. There's like a little extra something. And this last one was interesting because we had Craig Blomberg here, and he worked at he's worked at Denver Seminary since the 1980s. He's like he's written like 30 books. He
Hmm.
worked on the NIV translation. Um, and his specialty is in the historical reliability of the Gospels. And so he's one of those walking libraries, that
Uh-huh.
you could ask him anything and he'll just start like throwing out scripture references, but also like other theologians and like direct quotes from his memory. It's wild. So in terms of he came as a guest speaker, and it was interesting because leading up to it, I've got his name on all these schedules and I'm like organizing everything. And then as I'm as we're leading up to that session, two different podcasts that I listened to referenced him.
Oh, wow.
And then I needed something for my thesis, and I remembered an idea, but I couldn't remember what it was called, but I knew the book that it was in. So ran home, I grabbed this book, I opened it up, and it's the one of the first pages where it's like this book is dedicated to the dedication page. And it was dedicated to Craig Blomberg. It was like very interesting, but it was really good to have him here. And I think we might partner with him in other ways in the future. And it's just really cool to be able just kind of like get a lecture from him and pick his brain a little bit. So that was a highlight. Um, Kendra's family is here right now.
Oh, good.
So her parents and her aunt. Her aunt has never been to Europe before. So um, earlier this week, she took us to Croatia again.
Oh, wow.
And so we rented a car and we only stayed for 2 nights because we had to get back to work. But
How
it
long a
was
drive is that?
it was 10 hours.
Ouch.
Yeah, we got there late, stayed 2 nights. And so we woke up at 4 in the morning, started driving on Monday, got back Wednesday evening. So it was very quick, but it was good to spend time with them. And
Where'd you go in Croatia?
Maskarova, it's like an hour south of Split.
Okay.
So it was a beautiful spot, probably one of the most beautiful like spots I've stayed. Um, but I told her that we could go, but we couldn't afford it. So she said, "Don't worry about paying for anything." And I said,
Okay.
can't say no to that." So we went, and that was good. Now we're gearing up for session six, which starts next week. Um, yeah, and it's just been her parents have been here for a few weeks helping out with Marigold and yeah, just being around. It's nice, to have it's you don't realize how important it is to be around your family until you're around zero family. there's all these like weird little things that we do with our family, or like,
Hmm.
especially when you have kids. It's like, a lot of people default to, oh, we'll just have our parents watching, or
Right.
like, you know what I mean? And there's none of that. Every interaction you have with somebody helping is like this, well, we don't want to be an inconvenience, but if you could help, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you take for granted a lot of like having your family around when you are raising little ones, where you can just say, hey, want to do this? And then you have two parents who are like, of course, we want to,
Yeah.
like, I would do anything to be around the baby. So that's nice to have them here, making me look forward to being back and being around more family. And then finally, Marigold is now two, and very aware that she's two. And so in Austria, they have like a certain group for 18-month to 2-year old kids. And it's like they do them in groups of like four. So there's not a lot of kids to take care of at once. And she has officially graduated to the big kid
Oh, congratulations to her.
so it's ages 2 to 4, I believe.
Oh,
And
she'll be hanging around those 4-year-olds.
yeah, she's so small. We were in there watching her. It's a big group. It's like 15 kids, and they're all kind of like playing with stuff and doing different activities. And she's like half the size of these kids and trying to interact. But it's good. She's just now starting last Thursday, and so we're still in that period where we have to stay with her for a while to make sure she integrates and all that stuff. And I'm pretty sure that's where I caught my cold.
Oh yeah.
These kindergartens are just cesspools.
Yeah. Little kindergarten petri dish.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say in personal updates, I think that's most of it. I am excited because in a couple of weeks I'll start another class, and I've been looking forward to this one for a while. It is on small groups ministry.
Okay.
And so that's something that I'm interested in. And I have ideas, but like it'd be good to be in a class and to like walk through those ideas with other people, especially with TCM. You get new ideas that you may have never thought of because there's so many people from so many different places bringing different perspectives. So I'm excited about that one.
That'd be fun. I'll be interested to pick your brain after that.
Yeah.
It's a gross phrase, isn't it? Pick your
Well,
brain.
if you think about it too much.
Yeah, I do. I just envisioned a buzzard, I think.
Oh gosh.
So, I've probably asked this before. When you get here, how many will you have some class time remaining? Will you have to
Yeah,
multiple?
but yeah, I will. But Kinder and I have talked about this, especially whenever I start ranting about my dreams of having a PhD one day.
Uh-huh.
I have been in year-round schooling with no breaks since we got married.
Yeah.
And there's never, I mean, I'm in school through every summer. And, a little bit of time around Christmas is free, but other than that, and I'll tell you what, every time I come back to the States, I'm in a class.
Yeah.
I pop over to coffee shops, write something up, go
Right.
over here. One of my favorite memories is we took this is a few years ago before Marigold and everything, and we went and took a trip to London because I had never seen it, and we found really cheap tickets. And I had this, it wasn't a long paper, but it was something that was going to take me several hours. And I was like, I have to do this. And she was like, all right. So I went and popped into this little London cafe for like 5 hours and just churned this thing out. And it's funny because that's one of the few things that I remember from that trip in London was that cafe. I have it burned into my mind. It was so cool. And So I don't know, I'm not too terribly worried about it. Plus, I know the professor of that class really well, and he's really, really relaxed. So,
Yeah, that's
uh,
good. Um,
should,
yeah, my on my the eve of my wedding, Chris, and my wedding, I was finishing up. I'd taken an incomplete in a class, and I had to finish up a paper that day,
oh.
or I was gonna get a F. So on the better than bachelor party, right? Paper. So it was fun.
Yeah.
Chris doesn't let me forget stuff like that.
Yeah, Kendra wouldn't either. I would be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, it was just a wedding. So good.
So yeah.
Talk about November. What's the November plan?
Yeah, so obviously like not everything is completely set in stone, but it's starting to take good form. Uh, we're looking for tickets now. The dates have been approved, so the dates are flying out on Monday, November the 17th.
Okay.
We'll land same day. Um, and then we'll fly back. We'll leave on Thursday, December 4th, and we'll land back here on December 5th. That'll give us the weekend to recover before we go back to work. Um, and what that means is tentatively, uh, if you end up holding a congregational meeting on
Hmm.
Wednesday, the 19th, we should be present. I can't promise that we'll be completely alive in terms of mental capacity, but we'll be moving. Um, and then I was hoping to, and
Right.
I've talked to Kendra about this. I was hoping Kendra also agreed to go to the congregational meeting, just so you know,
Okay, good.
which is a big
Even
yes.
though she's been to meetings like this before.
So
Yeah.
that'll be good for everybody.
Yeah.
But we also talked, and she's in agreement with me. Uh, if everybody would like, with me preaching both Sundays that I'm there, which would be November the 23rd, as well as the first Sunday of Advent, November 30th.
Yeah. I
So
think I would be remiss if I did not hand the pulpit over to you then. It will be an appropriate thing to happen.
yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Uh, so my plan is to have all of that stuff ready before we leave, like just have everything done so I don't have to spend family time working on too much, except for getting everything to you. Uh, yeah, and then other than that, we're going to be bouncing around town, meeting, obviously, like spending time with family, spending time with people from New Hope. Um, some people are good at making those dates, so I will give a big shout out to Titus. The minute, and this has happened for years. This isn't just like a one-time deal. The minute he heard I was coming back, he sent me an email to get on my calendar to have dinner with us. So that's all just to say that the calendar's filling up, people. Like if you want to spend time with us, you're gonna have to let me know. So doing things like that, getting as much Mexican food as humanly possible in a few weeks. And then Ken really wants to drive around and maybe look at some houses, not to make a decision, but
Oh,
to get
yeah.
an idea of things that we like and to kind of make our list of what we're looking for, an idea of what we would be able to afford and things like that. Um, and then, of course, uh, I don't know, I might do a round of, you know, asking people how many cars they own and if they
Yeah,
need
yeah, yeah.
they need all of them for the time that we're there.
Yeah.
So things like, just being a moocher like I am every other year that I come there.
I don't know how in your situation, coming from another country where lifestyle was completely different, where it would be insane to bring your furniture over. I don't know. I think mooching has to be the game for a while. We hope you get over it eventually. We'll give, we'll give you a decade, but first decade, mooch if you need to.
It's really weird. Jacob moved here 3 years ago and he keeps asking to borrow my car.
Yes. Yes. I thought I thought you asking specifically for a Mustang GT was a little surreal. So, no, that's good. And we've talked about this before. I mean, um I don't want just people to hand you stuff that might inconvenience you more than it helps. But if people have gently used stuff that they're thinking about doing something with, they might get in touch with you and send you pictures or whatever, and you guys figure out how it would fit into what you're planning to do. So,
Yeah, that door is open if you would like, if anybody would like to do that. But I imagine that, because we have all these, we got to come, we're coming back to the States in November, right? And then
yeah,
in February, we're having another baby. So I imagine after the whole new baby thing settles down a bit, we'll start being organized with like what we need and
yeah.
things like that. But people are welcome to send those things now. We have talked as a family, we fully expect, the whole beggars can't be choosers thing. So uh, we would much rather uh, rely on the generosity of others.
Who
And
said that? Who said beggars can't be choosers? Can't they go alms for the poor? No, no more, please.
But we'd much rather do that than have to go into some sort of debt, to get like all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
furniture we love. So, and then we can furnish our house the way we like as the years go on. I'm
yeah,
not too worried about that. So, yeah, if anybody has any ideas, send them our way and we'll talk about it.
yeah. And then what's the due date for your baby?
February 10th.
We're going to get a fresh baby when you guys arrive, right?
Right. It's gonna be a little
Perfect time.
older.
I think the whole 6 to 12 months time is like the best of all.
It's a
So,
lot of fun. And but if the baby's anything like Marigold was 15 days late. So who knows? This could be a
and
March.
and in Austria, you just let it keep going, right? Some babies have gestated for 13 months.
But yeah, we'll come back with like around a three and some months Marigold will be, and then the newborn will be
Yeah.
what is it? It'll be 9 months old.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
This trip that you guys come this and no when you come in November, it's it's almost exactly a year to when you actually appear on our campus and are here for good because you're here that's 2026.
mhm.
Still 2026 and it's the first Sunday in Advent. I think that's a November Sunday if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
So
So
it'll be about almost
last,
exactly 1 year before.
yeah, the last Sunday of November.
Yeah, so if with so many babies, if people are like really want to help, but they don't have any furniture, they can always buy diapers.
Diapers. We'll have a
My
we'll have a diaper drive
yeah.
when you come in. We can do that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess that's the plan.
Sounds good.
We'll see how it goes.
I'm excited about you guys showing up. I'm tired of talking about it.
We
Just
have
show
so,
up.
I know.
But it gets exciting now because it feels like in my mind it's 1 year.
Yeah, and, it's gonna be, but there's a big bump in the road because we'll come back in November and everybody will be really excited about it, and then I'll disappear.
Yeah, if they are excited about it.
Well, I'm mainly just talking about Brad York, so
Brad. Brad will get excited about it. It'll be good. Y- Yeah, we will be excited. And you know what? Every morning lately I've awakened and thought, why did I say I was retiring? So I'll be around plenty.
good,
I'll be the burr under your saddle.
good. I'm sure that'll make a lot of people rest easy.
I don't know.
I was hoping that here's a funny thing.
Okay.
I cut my hair because I was told by the youth group that appearance is important. And
Uh-huh.
you know what I've gotten?
What?
A bunch of emails and messages from people at New Hope about how upset they are that
That
my
you,
hair is gone.
I know.
Can you
But
believe this?
to me, first of all, the shock of an initial change like that, there's that. And then I think your hair has now settled into a very good place.
I
Yeah,
was,
it looks good.
we'll see what happens.
You look like
Kendra's ready to put it back out.
who's the guy? I can't believe I can't remember bands like I should. The guy, um,
Here, let's gift everybody who's watching this. Why don't you just sing one of the songs?
I can't even think of a song now. I will think of it as soon as we hang up.
Just message it to me.
Anyway, short hair, guitar. People follow him around like they used to follow the Grateful.
Dave Matthews.
Dave Matthews.
Yeah,
Got Dave Matthews hair.
thanks. I'll tell Kendra that you think I look like Dave Matthews.
Yeah, does she like him or?
I I doubt it.
Well, good. Good then. Tell her you look like Dave Matthews.
Oh man.
Well, Dave,
Yeah,
um, that's it, right? I'm
I
gonna
think
get this,
so.
I think I'm gonna get this uploaded and let people check in. I'm excited about I have 10 minutes left on this thing. Zoom just warned me that I'm a cheapskate and I can't let my meetings go beyond 40 minutes. But anyway, we'll see you soon. Do we check in again in October?
Yeah, I think we're doing this once a month, so I'll message you right after this about
Yeah,
dates.
we'll set up, make sure we've got an October date. These are fun
Yeah.
for me. Kind of helps me count down things. I lose
Yeah.
track of time, old person that I am. So,
Well, big congratulations to Levi and Andrew. So that's probably more interesting and important than anything we just talked about.
for sure, it was a good day. It's a good day. Our dinner was pretty good too, though. We had brunch and chicken, fried chicken
When?
yesterday for Heritage Sunday.
Really?
Yeah, you missed it. Should we have? We should. We should have a pitch-in while you're here. What do churches do when they're excited about things? They have pitch-ins. Yes. Or a
Well,
bean dinner.
we only have 8 minutes, so I'm not going to tell you
No,
everything. But
no.
there was a whole discussion, very fun cross-cultural thing with our small group. where we were all talking about bringing food. And I said, "Oh yeah, let's have a pitch in," which led to a very lengthy discussion about what a pitch in is.
Oh, wow.
And then which led to me explaining that I'm from the Midwest and I say certain things without thinking about them, assuming that everybody knows what I'm talking about. And I will tell you that our small group adopted the term pitch in for when
It
everybody
did.
brings in. Yes. So the Midwest wins.
Good. We love putting our influence out in the world
Yes.
in a
Pitch in.
healthy way. That's not a bad way.
No, it's a great phrase.
Yeah. A lot of our potluck,
I don't want to do potluck. It's a pitch in.
it's a pitch in.
You pitch in.
Yeah. You don't potluck.
Exactly.
You
I
pitch
think that's a great place to close this conversation.
is pitch in and ditch out, or I don't know. Done here. Good talking to you, Jacob.
Yeah, love you.
Love you. See you soon.
Maybe.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.